Just everybody winged on a pickle? Yeah, Hubert, we're just winged on a pickle and a lemon. We just look like sour ass pussies today. All right, I got somebody to smile. God, I hate this Tide Pod generation. I hate it. Oh. All right. So let's get started. Sit in the dark. Stay on your phone. You don't communicate. And you all dress like the Unabomber. All right. 3.27. 3.27/7. 3.27/7. Is this a test question? Is it a question I would put on a test? Where'd it go? It didn't come up. I'll hit it again. There we go. Oh, yeah. This is a test question. It says factoring. So this one's an easy question. This one's not complete and square. You could do complete and square, but they want to do it factoring, so we'll do it factoring. It says solve by factoring 2t squared minus 17t plus 30 is equal to 0. Now, you can't factor out a 2 because of the 17. Now, you could make it a fraction, and then most of you would blow a fuse and quit. So the best thing to do here is reverse FOIL, trial and error. I know that 1t goes here and 2t goes here because there's no other multiples of 2 except for 1 times 2. For 30, I'm going to go 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 5. I'm sorry, 3 times 10. 4, 5 times 6, and then it loops back around. These two go together, these two go together, these two go together, and these two go together. Now, if this is a pretty big number, like a 60 or an 80, I might start with that 30. But since this is not a big number, I'm going to start with the middle 2, and I'm going to put a little 6 here, and I'm going to put a 5 here. Now remember, the outside and the inside in reverse FOIL are the most important. So will 12 and 5 give us a 17? Yes, it will. I forgot to turn on my video. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Oh, shoot. Hold on. There. And I can be a sourpuss with y'all. I'll just make a face. Be all looking like y'all. How's that? Does that fit in with y'all? And again, don't say a damn thing. 6, 5. There we go. The biggest number has to be negative. What's bigger, 12 or 5? 12, Hubert. And this means like signs. So this is going to be negative also. So your answer is t minus 6 times 2t minus 5 is equal to 0. T minus 6 is equal to 0. And 2t minus 5 is equal to 0. T is equal to 6. You have a work email. And t is equal to 5/2. So there's your 2 x-intercepts. That's a good test question. So, and of course, it's an algebra review. That's algebra 1, algebra 2 review. So you should know it. T minus 5. Yeah, looks like somebody just didn't know their signs. And I just showed you how to do that. I'll do another one because one of my jobs as a teacher is to see, you know, things like that. So we're going to do another one. Minus and t minus 6. That should be it. Yay! And 6 or 5 halves comes first because we read from left to right. And 6. Oops. 5 halves, comma, 6. Now I'm going to give you another one. Y'all do that one. I'll write it down for those people who can't see. Or can't see well, whichever one you want to call it. So 0 or 5t squared minus 23t plus 12 is equal to 0. Break up, 2 sets of parentheses, reverse FOIL, 1t, 5t, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Since this is not a 60 or a 80, excuse me, I'm going to go with 3 and the 4. I always start in the middle. I'm going to put a little 3 right here and a little 4 right there. Outside and inside is your trick. That's going to be 15 and 4. Will 15 and 4 ever give us a 23? Okay, I got one person saying no. Thank you. I appreciate that communication, Mr. Terry. Thank you very much. So I'm going to switch the 4 and the 3. Will 20 and 3 ever give us a 23?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to put a 4 here and a 3 here. What's this sign mean? The biggest number has to be negative. What's bigger, 20 or 3? 20, Hubert. This means like. So that means this has got to be negative. So t minus 4 is equal to 0. And 5t minus 3 is equal to 0. T is equal to 4. And t is equal to 3/5. Now that's 2 reverse FOIL trial and errors. So y'all should be good to go there. So let's answer the question. And I just lost it. Where to go? There it is. So parentheses, t minus 4 and 5t minus 3. And that should be your answer. And 4, comma, 3/5. And you feel good about yourself. Question, gripe, complaint. Where'd everybody go? We ain't got 21 videos. Where's the rest of y'all? Okay, I guess we do. I don't know. I don't see everybody. Next. Then take that one out. This is 3.229/14. 3.229/14. Is it a test question? The reason I say that is sometimes they ask homework questions that I would never put on a test. Oh yeah, this is a test question. This is easy. This is one of those easy ones. 9x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. Now, when you usually have one with just 2 terms to it, chances are you're going to use the square root method. So you're going to bring that across the river. 9x squared is equal to 25. Divide by 9. X squared is equal to 25 over 9. Take the square root of both sides. X is equal to positive or negative 5/9. So you got an x-intercept at negative 5/9, and you got an x-intercept at positive 5/9. Technically, you've got 5/9 is what? A half. So there's 1, there's 1, there's negative half, and you got a y-intercept of negative 25, which is way down here. So it looks like you got a parabola that looks like this. Something like that. I don't have the vertex, but I'm just assuming since this one is over here, I doubt it would be over here, but it could be. The vertex could be over here also. Okay. So x is equal to positive or negative 5/9. Wait a minute. 5/3, sorry. 5/3. That's when y'all are supposed to say, yeah, I thought that was wrong. Y'all don't even say that anymore. Yeah, it's a lot of work to hit that button right there. I sympathize with y'all. I actually had somebody in the last class to say that it's just too difficult to talk in the virtual class. Whatever. I hate for y'all to have a challenge at work. My God. I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about the people in that last class. It's just too hard to talk. And they want $15 an hour and they can't even start a lawnmower. All right, 3.251/25. 3.251/25. I got a cousin that owns a metal shop. You know, I'm not talking about a metal shop to fix lawnmowers. I'm talking about he sells to companies like Bosch, and so he makes a lot of money. He's thinking about closing down because he don't know what he's going to do in the next 5 or 10 years. I said, what do you mean? He says, I can't get anybody to work. It's sad. It's really sad. Oh, but okay. Nobody's going to say anything. All right, next. But if I talk about something like, what do you call it, Grand Theft Auto and burning prostitutes or Tide Pods or Marvel Comics, y'all will talk. Sad. X minus 9 quantity squared is equal to negative 25. X minus 9 quantity squared is equal to negative 25. Somebody tell me what you can tell me about this thing right now. What can you tell me about this problem? Just by looking at it and what we went over the last 2 weeks, what can you tell me about this problem? This is discouraging. Come on. I know there's somebody up there. You're just scared to say something because you're scared all the lemon puckers are going to jump on you for talking. Come on. What do you see? Oh, I'm sorry. What do you see with this problem? I'm waiting. I'm going to wait until somebody says something because you can't tell me that out of 21 people, there's not one person that's been cognitive the last 2 weeks. There's one of y'all that knows the answer. There's several things you can tell me about this problem.
I think it's a quadratic something.
Say again, Mr. Turner, what?
I think it's a quadratic equation or whatever you call it.
It's a quadratic, yes.
And then I also think that there is no solution.
Well, you're not no solution. You mean no x-intercepts, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You're right. Okay, it is a quadratic. Good. A quadratic means it's a parabola. It is also, you said no x-intercepts. That's good. Somebody else tell me something. There's 3 things right there. 1, 2, 3. What else? They're going to beat up on you after class, Mr. Turner. They're going to talk about you.
Both numbers have square roots.
I'm sorry, say it. I don't understand. Whisper. I don't understand.
Both numbers have square roots.
Both numbers have square roots. Good. And that tells you no x-intercepts, because you take the square root of the left side, you get x minus 9. You take the square root of the right side, you get 5i. Okay, and 5i tells you no x-intercepts. What else? Not only do you have the x-intercepts, what else do you have? What else have you learned to find the last couple of weeks? Starts with a V.
The vertex is 9 and 25.
Good job. The vertex is 9, comma, be 25. Yes, take the opposite of both. There's one more thing. There's one more thing. You can put it in what kind of equation? What kind of form? Vertex form. F of x is equal to x minus 9 quantity squared plus 25. And you know it's opening upward, just like we said here, because it's a positive 1 right here. There's no negative. So it's assumed to be a positive 1. So it's opening upward. We know there's no x-intercept, so it's either up here or up here. And we know the vertex is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 25. So it's opening upward, so it looks like something like that. Domain is all real numbers. Range is from 25 to infinity. And this is 25 right here. That's 25. Okay, the domain or the line of symmetry is x is equal to 9. And you know that it's decreasing from negative infinity to 9. And it's increasing from 9 to infinity. And the line of symmetry is x is equal to 9. So I don't know what they're going to ask for, but they probably, let's go ahead and find the, let's see, 5i. Didn't I say 5i? Take the square root of both sides. You're going to get x minus 9 is equal to 5i, positive or negative 5i. So x is equal to 9 plus or minus 5i. That's the solution to the x-intercepts, and the I tells you there's no x-intercepts. So let's see what they're going to ask. A plus BI, so they want 9 plus or minus 5i. 9 plus or minus 5i. And they want anything else? Nope, that's it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because I don't believe in blowing sunshine. If you have no idea what I just did here, I don't know where you've been the last 2 weeks. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe you should try to communicate a little bit better and you might know something. All right, so that takes care of the homework questions that I got. And this is communicating, you know, when you send me questions, that's called communicating. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go over and we're going to talk about 3.4 and 3.5, I think. Yeah. 3.4 and 3.5. What is 3.4? 3.4 is piecewise functions. What is a piecewise function? Well, I'm going to show you right now. I do not test you a bunch on piecewise functions. So you need to write that down. On a chapter 3 test of 20 questions, you're probably talking about 1 or 2 piecewise functions. And 17 or 18,000 completing the squares, factoring, those type questions. All right, so you're only going to get 2 piecewise functions. Here is a piecewise function. Well, let me find one. I don't want to make one up because usually when I make up a piecewise function, it doesn't look that good. So let me go to your homework. And I think it's 3.4. So assignments 3.4. I haven't added it yet, so I'll go ahead and add it. Assignment manager. Let's go ahead and add homework 3.4 and 3.5. All right, now I can go to your homework. .4, and I'm going to find one that I will that I would put on a test. There's one right there. All right, I'm gonna I can't blow it up, but I'll write it down for you in the whiteboard. So this is a piecewise function. Y is equal to 2 parts of 2 functions. X squared minus 3, and x is less than or equal to 0. And x cubed plus 1, and x is greater than 0. I want you to graph these 2 functions, and I want you to see if you can figure out what this means and what this means. I mean, I know some of y'all do, but I want to, challenge you. Go ahead and draw those 2 functions and try to figure out what this means and what this means. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Miss Ray, do you have enough sunshine coming into your office? Good gracious.
It's the break room.
Oh,
but
okay. I thought it was your office. Okay.
No, but I'm right in front of the window.
Okay. Well, you got a lot of sunshine coming through there. We could do the rest of the class a little bit. Open your windows and let some sunshine in. No, I'm gonna curl up and hide in a corner. Right, Mr. Rodriguez? Mr. Rodriguez is in the dark.
My fault.
Oh, there you go. He said something. Appreciate that, Mr. Rodriguez.
Anytime, I got you, man. Don't worry about it.
It's like pulling hen's teeth. I mean, it really is. Miss Cruz couldn't stand it. She's already started moving. She couldn't stand it. I think, Miss Cruz, do you drink like 7 Mountain Dews in the morning or 7 coffees?
No, I don't like coffee.
Oh my gosh. Where do you get your energy from? Sugar?
No, it's just a habit. While being a mom, you can't be still. You have to be watching them.
Or you have a kid going in the dryer and, you know, opening them Tide Pods and eating Tide Pods. Okay. So, watch what we do here. I know this is awful. We've just been going over this the last 2 weeks. This is a quadratic. So, I'm going to take a big A graph here. And somebody tell me what this quadratic says. Just tell me what you think it says out loud. What does it say? Only a couple of things.
X squared minus 3.
Yeah, that's what it says. That's not what I'm asking, though. I'm asking, what does it say beyond x squared minus 3? Tell me what it says. What kind of graph is it? Where is it going? What direction is it going? Does it have an x or a y intercept?
Wouldn't it be a negative slope?
Say again. What'd you say, Mr. Willie?
Wouldn't it be a negative slope?
No, it's not a negative slope. It's not a straight line. What kind of line is it? It's x to the what power?
Second.
So what is that? Look at your parent graphs. What does a second power function look like?
Isn't it a parabola?
It's a parabola, so we know it looks like a parabola. It's opening which way? Up, because that's positive. What else can you tell me about it? It's got a y-intercept of what?
-3.
A y-intercept of -3. There's one more thing you can tell right quick by setting y equal to 0. You're going to get square root of 3. Positive or negative square root of 3 is the x-intercepts. And you're going to sketch using that. You're going to sketch a parabola. So the y-intercept is 3, -3. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. You know that you got a 1.7, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. You got a 1.7 right about here, and a negative, that's -1.7, and 1.7 right about there, and we need a vertex. I think this is going to be the vertex. So you got a parabola that looks something like this. Everybody with me? Now, what does this say? What's the only x's I can use? Somebody tell me what that says. I can only use what?
Anything.
Okay, Okay, I need y'all to do, okay, I appreciate that y'all are communicating with me, but I need you to do two things. I need you to speak in volume and articulate, because I don't know what that means. Okay, so we getting the communication down good. Now we just got to articulate and volume. Okay, say it one more time and give me that volume and articulation, please. What does this mean?
X is less than or equal to 0.
Yes, so I can only use 0 and what numbers for X? What numbers are below 0? What are they called? Starts with an N.
Negatives.
Thank you. So this right here says I can only use 0 and negative numbers for X. So somebody tell me what side of the parabola represents negative X numbers?
The left side.
The left side. So this is the only part, the only piece I can draw of this X squared right here. And it gets a solid circle right here. Okay, somebody tell me what this says. Go pull out your parent graphs. What does this say? It's not a squared function. It's a what function?
Cubed.
Cubed function. And what does a cube function look like? Remember your parent graphs. Looks like this, right? I'm just going to draw it because I don't think I'm going to get any more communication. I think y'all burn out. So plus 1 is our, so it looks like this. Now, what does this mean? This means I can only use what numbers? The opposite of negative, it starts with a P.
Positive numbers.
Thank you. I can only use these numbers. So which side of the cubic function can I draw? The left side or the right side?
Only the right.
And that looks like this. And it gets an open circle because this is not an equal sign. And that is a piecewise function. Now you can actually do this with your calculator. You ready? If I can remember. Here we go. Oh gosh, I still got statistics on here. And clear, clear. Everybody get your calculators out. Graph. And got to hit y is equal first. All right. Y is equal. And I'm going to do this in blue. I'm going to do x squared minus 3. Now, y'all have to help me here. I think you hit comma. I got to remember where the comma is. There it is. I think it's a comma. I hope this is right. And x, and then you go to, which one is it? Is it list? Nope, it's not list. Test. Second math, and type in less than or equal to 0. You might have to put braces around that, I don't know. Then I'm going to go down and I'm going to put x cubed plus 1, comma, x second math greater than 0. Yeah, you gotta, I think you gotta put, it might be, I can't remember if it's parentheses or braces. Let me try parentheses. It's been a while since I've done this, so y'all just bear with me a second. If anybody remembers, please tell me. Is it braces or parentheses? There we go. Well, it was supposed to cut it off. It didn't. Well, it cut the blue off right here. That's right. I guess you got to blow it up. Hold on. Let me blow it up. Zoom box. I'm just going to blow up this area right here. It shouldn't show the other part. I'm ready. I'm ready just to quit. I wish I could do a red solo cup like that history teacher did. Just fill it up after every class. There. Okay. I don't know why it's doing this. I might not be typing it in right. But see the blue line? That's that one. Let me pull my handy dandy picture up here. Okay, there's the blue line right there coming down. And then there's the pink line going up right there. So I did draw it right. I don't know why. Maybe I could find that out. But if you go to the videos on doing stuff on your calculator, you get these people that just say stuff over and over and over. It takes them 20 minutes to tell you how to make a ham sandwich. So you might have to go on. I'll try to find it, but I think you're supposed to use braces. I think you're supposed to use braces, but I'm not sure. Let me try it with braces. And I think the braces are right here. So let me try that and see if it makes a difference. Braces, that's second. 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 Still doing it. So I don't know why it's including that second part. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's giving you the alternative. So the blue is right here and the pink is right here. So this is the alternative, which we don't need that. All right, so that's how you do another. Let's do another one. I'm going to do 2 with you, and then you should be able to do the rest of them. So that, I don't know which one we just did, but let's see if I can find one that's a test question. There's one. So go ahead and I'll write it down for you. So this one says f of x, f of x is equal to 6x minus 9, and x is less than or equal to 3. and x squared, x is greater than 3. So I want y'all to draw that. You can do it on your calculator or whatever. I'm going to try to pull, while y'all are doing that, I'm going to try to pull up, see if I can pull up over here while y'all are working on that. Graphing Piecewise. Piecewise function calculator. Oh my gosh, really? Now I can't get it. I can't get the calculator to move now. I think I'm about ready just to quit. Anybody know how to get to the top bar when it's not on the screen? Just not a good day. And that would require y'all to communicate with me, and that's not going to happen. So, oh well, I can't get the calculator to move. Control, alternate, delete. Task manager. I'm trying to pull up the calculator again. Y'all just bear with me. I know there's a way to do it. And I'm trying to figure it out, so just bear with me. Press alpha y equals. Alpha y is equal. ND fraction temple. I don't want to do that. I'll figure it out. All right, so y is equal to, and we're going to do 6x minus 9, 6x minus 9, and I'm going to do, maybe it's comma, then parentheses. And then x is second math less than or equal to 3, close parentheses. Let me see what that does. No, it didn't like that comma at all. So take the comma out and hit graph. See, it's not supposed to do that. There's the line right there. That's less than 3, but it's not supposed to do that right there. So I don't know why it's doing it. And y is equal to the next one, x squared, and our x is greater than 3. X is greater than 3. Close parentheses, 3, close parentheses, and graph. And there is the function. You got a straight line, and then you got part of a parabola. Just ignore the other two. I don't know. I've got to figure that out. So you've got a straight line that crosses at -9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 over 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 over. So that line is looking like this, but we can only use, that's 1, 2, 3. We can only use up to 3, which would be right up here. So that function looks like this. And then the parabola takes off from 3, and I'm not even going to show it, but it takes off from 3 and goes up like that. And it's got an open circle, but that closed circle kind of covers that open circle up. So it looks like that. Okay. So that's all I can, well, no, that ain't right. It would be more like, let's see, it'd be like this, and then like this. So it would be a little bit straighter, kind of like that. But it'd have a curve in it, because that parabola is going up through there. Okay, do we have a thumbs up or a thumbs down on how to do a piecewise function? Because I'm just going to ask you 2 graphs. All right, got a couple of people with thumbs up. And that would be, so Miss Wilson, you can communicate. You just don't want to communicate in this class, right?
I feel like I talk more than like half of everybody in here.
No, I appreciate it. You don't talk more. You talk just right. Thank you. I'm just glad there's somebody I can go to that asks a question and they don't look like a, glazed over possum in the middle of the road,
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's go on. Let's go to 3.5. And these are just sections I'm probably not going to test you a lot on. Let me just go ahead and tell you this. Make you feel better. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 is going to make up probably 70% of your test. Okay? And 3.4 and 3.5, you're talking 30%. And two of that 30% is going to be like what we just did. All right, now let me show you what's going to be important in 3.5. So let me go to 3.5 on the assignments and pull up a couple of questions on 3.5. And they're over here. Now that I'm going to try to find out that graphing question for you, but I can't do it right now because if you go to the videos, it's like a telethon. You have to sit for an hour to listen, to them people on the videos, and I just don't feel like listening to it. All right, 109 and assignments and 3.5. Let's see what kind of problems. Okay, these find a power. Oh, I know what these are. These are, you're going to be doing your calculator or your Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to do the Excel spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on right here. And let's find your best fit. Line of best fit. You plot these points. So I'll show you on the graphing calculator. So plot these points on your I'll go ahead and write these down. I'll make them bigger for you. Go ahead and write those down. Draw a sketch. And if you've got your calculator or your Excel spreadsheet handy, put it in either one. I'll go ahead and put it in the Excel spreadsheet. It would be nice if you'd cooperate instead of thank you, asshole. All right, so I'm going to type mine in. I'm going to clear the graph while I'm at it. Clear and clear. And go to Stat, Edit. And I've got to clear all these, so I'm going to clear that one. I'm going to clear that one. I'm going to clear both of these. And I'm going to retype those numbers in. All right, so 3, 5, 7, and 9. 4.8, 8.7, 13, and 17. Now, before we start on either one of them, look at the directions. The directions say find a power function, find a linear function, and visually determine which model is the best fit. So with the Excel spreadsheet, I'm going to draw a graph. Go to Insert, Chart Plot, and right-click, and add trend line. Now look over here. We got linear, we got logarithmic, we got polynomial, we've got power, and moving average, but we don't use that. We also got exponential. What did it say? Between a power and a linear function. a power, there's the power, and a linear. I think the linear fits it better. I think the linear fits it better. And that's what you do. You determine which one fits it better. So I'm going to blow it up a little bit. It's very aggravating when it does that. Okay, here we go. Right click. And I'm going to go between power. And see, you see the little bit of a difference there? Right here, see there's a little bit of a difference right there. And linear. I'm sorry, linear. See, there's the linear. And there's the polynomial. And a while ago, I meant power. You see, there's a little bit of a difference there. I don't know. Maybe the power's better. You have to blow it up to really see it. Yeah. I don't know. That's very close. I'm going to say linear. That's very subjective. Okay, the power, and we got to get the power function. So they want the power. Okay, so evidently they want the power function. But let's go ahead and find the power function. So hit display on power, hit display and display. And there is the power function. I'm going to blow it up for you so you can see it.
Hey, I gotta run to class.
Okay, who said that?
Is me. And the
Okay,
reason
well, tell me one thing.
I'll tell you
Why don't you
why
call what?
I'll tell you why I'm not already there.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I'll tell you why I'm not already there.
Why?
Because my 8 a.m. was online, so I've done both my classes at home. So I needed to make a sandwich and stay here.
I understand. Go ahead.
Thank
All
you.
right, I'll count you here, Miss Wilson.
All right, thanks.
All right. So here is the power function. And let's go to your TI and go to stat, calculate, and go down to power. Now, they may not have power right there. And go L1, second, L1, and calculate. There it is. And you got to just punch everything. Let's see. Y is equal to A is 1.3503. And then X. And then B is 1.1573. 1.1573. So that's what R should look like, 1.3503 X to the 1.1573. And that's what they want. So type that in to the question. It says round to the nearest thousand, so that's the third. 1.350 and 1.157. The linear function, now you got to go back. If you're on the calculator, you got to go back, I mean the Excel spreadsheet, you got to go back and put in the linear. Put in the linear and hit display and display. And there is the linear. 2.045x minus 1.395. And then you go over to your calculator and you go to stat, calculate, and then go to linear regression. And it should be y is equal to 2.045x minus 1.395. And we'll punch that in. And this is a good test question. Why is this one a good test question? Because it's short and sweet. You got a little table, you put it in, it's real simple. I'm not going to give you one that's got 15 parts to it. 2.045 x plus 1.395. Okay, well that's what I got. I'm not going to derive from it unless what did it say round two?
Negative.
Oh,
I think it's negative
Thank you.
395.
Thank you. Thank you for communicating. Was that you, Mr. Turner? They're going to throw you out of this class, Mr. Turner. You're not supposed to communicate.
Hey, I might like it.
I think both are good. I'm going to pick linear, but if it's not linear, then it's both. I think the linear fits better. Okay, then both. Okay. That's a test question. If I was to give you a test question out of 3.5, that's the one I would pick. Here's another one that's a little bit longer, but since you're doing it on technology, I'm going to let y'all do this one. I'm going to put it in the Excel spreadsheet so you can blow it, so I can blow it up for you. All right, I want y'all to do this one in your calculator or your Excel spreadsheet. Go ahead. I got to look up what time y'all start combusting. 11 o'clock. So we got time. Mr. Turner, have you got to leave and go to another class at 15 till or?
My art class got canceled today, so I do not.
Oh my God, if I cancel the class, I get the 3rd degree. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all, I'm just gonna do it on the Excel spreadsheet. I'm gonna draw a graph, insert, chart plot, and I believe it's got a little bit of a curve to it, so I think the power function is gonna fit this one better. Add trend line. I'm gonna look at the linear. You see the linear doesn't quite fit good, but I bet the power does. Yeah, I think it does fit. At least touches each one of them. See, the linear leaves one of them out. See, the linear doesn't touch one. Actually, it doesn't touch 2 or 3. So there's 3 it doesn't touch, but the power rule, it touches all of them. I'll blow it up a little bit. See there? Do it again. Okay. How do you get back to the options? I got to figure that out. I don't know how to get back to the options. Right click, add trend line. There we go. Okay, now you see the difference between the linear and I think the power is better because there's actually, with the linear, there's 3 that is missing. So I'm gonna go with the power, and I'm gonna go ahead and display that. There you go. You should have the same thing. 3.125. 3.125x 0.5809. Three, what does it say round to? Round to 3.125 x to the 58.5809. Ooh, I like that one. Oh, yeah, I like that one. They don't even ask you anything else. So I like that one too for a test question. Okay, we good? Play with it. Play with your TI. Play with your Excel spreadsheet, and you should be able to do 3.5. Okay? All right. We lost a couple of people. Where'd everybody go? I have an exam today. I will be right back. Okay, let me turn off the presentation and let me turn off the recording.